Hey guys, how's it going? So it is Tuesday morning for me, and the AC center is looking good, and so is the initial tiling. So there's been a few questions about what our goals are for the tile wall, and let's go over that really quick just so everyone's on the same page and we all have an idea of what the goal is. So the reason we have so many farms is because we need a lot of defenders, not only from our alliance, but to defend the ROC dragons, to defend the Guardian shouts. We want to use ROC dragons from PF1 and GNK. And to use those dragons, we need tiles touching the enemy castle. So I'm working on it still, but we're going to have a ring of GNK tiles and PF1 tiles around the entire Alliance Center. And the general pattern for the backside of the Alliance Center is going to be every other tile as much as possible. Because if they're trying to land a Dragon Destroyer right here, which will take out a 5x5 chunk, obviously we're going to attack that Guardian and try and zero them. But if they were to successfully land that shout, the defensive team should be surrounding this area in fresh tiles. So as soon as they drop castles in, we can just yeet them out of there with the ROC shouts. And our alliance has 5, and then GNK and PF1 will each have 5. So once we have all 3 of those alliances ready to go, we'll have 15 ROC shouts to use on defense. So I was asked about the pattern for the tiles. Behind the AC one, every other. In between us and war, every other. The same thing over to GNK. Because like I said, we don't want it. We want it to be very hard to punch holes or to land castles in this area. God forbid they have a successful shout. So we're going to keep this area real tight, all up to PF1. So if we zoom out a bit, between PF1, War, and GNK, an imaginary line, 1, 2, 3. Inside of this zone, we want every other tile. Outside of this zone, nice wings on PF1, by the way. That's looking real good. Outside of this zone, let's see if I can find where I did a little pattern. Yeah. Right here. So these are even tiles. So the X and Y coordinate are both an even number. And then every tile around that is dropped. And this is what we can do outside of that zone. My little strategy for tiling with my little farms is to do an every other tile pattern right away, and then I'll drop out the tiles that aren't needed, and then I'll look for areas that need to be filled in. And when I'm looking to fill in, I look specifically for these even tiles to take them. And then you just have to cycle through the farms about 3 times, and then they'll be full of capacity with even tiles and taking up the most room. The only other area we do want to have every other tile is where we have tight gaps. So this is a tight gap between EFK and the wall. So we should definitely have this zone every other tile, so that if someone, decides to try and build a road against us, with this will be a block point if they try and go this way. We still got to build the wing out on this side. It's looking very skimpy. But yeah, block points and around AC1, every other tile. And then either even or odd. It doesn't really matter which one you do. It's okay if there's some mismatch. Like if all of your if you don't have the even tiles and you have the odd tiles, then just keep the odd tiles, whatever it takes, just to not have any 2x2 open squares. And then we'll just keep on pushing this tile wall out. And I imagine by the end of the week, we'll have a tile wall probably, at least 150 tiles in every direction. I think there's still one more farm alliance that needs to go down. Yeah, and there's one more that's going, yeah, right about here-ish. Didn't even get placed yet. And then War and LI4 still have 2 more farm alliances that need to be put down. They're taking their time. EKL, this is another one of ours over here. I figured we'd want to have one over here. That way both sides of the map are secure. But, alright, that's just the general tiling vibe. And thank you everyone for your hard work and time. Appreciate it very much.